Yep. Just gonna go through stuff that I do when I'm training. About an hour session. Just running through it. Give you some things that I've learned whilst doing this. Because I find that if you do it for an hour, you're gonna make guaranteed improvements during the hour and make realizations that you didn't really feel before. You have to feel it. So yeah, we'll do this. The first thing that I do, I can't really see my feet. I hate this. Still not gonna see my feet, but anyway, just believe what I'm saying when I'm saying. Just have to pretend to see it. Oh yeah, bastard. Come on. Okay. First thing I do is get the rotation calibrated. So I stand square on, and then your toe rotates, and your whole hip, and your knee points down to the other knee, points down and towards the other knee, at the same time as your hand touching, and then you bring it back, and your heel touches as your glove comes back to you. Okay, so it's just standing there doing the same for both sides, square on, back. Make sure you sit down every time. Every now and then, just sit down to calibrate again. So start off doing it slow, deliberate, intentionally perfect, and then once you've done 6 or 7, slow and perfect, go faster. But every time you feel your form dropping, go back to slow. It's the form that's the important part, the rotating and the coordination. Got it? You can either do it and bring it back, or you can do it and just go to the other side. I recommend equipment bringing it back, because bringing it back is important. One. Five. Yep. Okay, now fast. Plenty. You don't have to touch, you have to slam the bag every time. Sometimes hitting the bag is just enough to it's just enough to gauge the range. You want to tap it, you want to touch it, but you don't have to go through it every time. Some of the jabs that you're going to do in a fight is going to be like little, to get used to just throwing punch, not worrying about how much damage you're doing to the bag. The damage comes later when you just go here, then you're doing damage, you know? When you go back, you're out of range, no damage. Damage is about range and technique. That's that. We'll talk about how to land on the bag, how to have your fists when you're touching the bag in a different video when you're closer. For now, just make sure you're getting a rotation. Try and do it from a completely stationary. Don't try and get momentum up before you punch. Just be still and let the rotation get the thing that gets you, not the little. Just let the rotation carry the punch, you know? Okay, I didn't do a 20 on the right, so I'll go back to the right. 1, 2. It's never just one. It's bam, bam. Bam, bam. And then when you do combinations, it becomes bam, bam. But this always has to be the second bam. It's never just one bam. So it's 2 bams. Bam, bam. I want to move like bam, bam. Hit like bam, bam. Strength like bam, bam. Chop, chop. Yeah. Don't think, whilst you're in the square position, don't think it is 1s and 2s. It's not jabs and straight. It's just punches forward. You don't want to get into the habit of like only thinking in jab, straight, hook. Think of it as hand to face, hand to body, hand to glove. You know, you're touching a position. You're not just thinking, oh, jab, and you throw it. You're going somewhere with it, you know. So this isn't a straight. This is just a punch. That's just a punch. Punch. There's different ways to throw it. There's different mechanics you need to think of when you're doing it, a punch from a different angle. But a hook's basically just a punch that lands from a different angle. You know? You can land from this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. Not allowed to, but you punch down like this. What's that? Overhand? Does it have to be? It just makes it easier for people to call out combos, but be abstract with it. Okay, so that was the calibration. Now we start the drills. Okay, we're going to calibrate movement as well first. So you want to calibrate your rotation, and you want to calibrate your center of balance whilst you're moving. You're never not going to be moving in a fight, so you need to be. That needs to be one of the first things that you're cemented in how you approach it. You know, you have to be strict with it because it's very easy to be like, ugh. And when you're not doing the bam bam and you just go bang and you're thinking, oh shit, bang, you lose form. So calibrate the rotation, then calibrate the balance and the movement. The only time you're going to go off balance is when you start moving. No one loses their balance when they're like this. They just suddenly fall over, you know. It's only when you're moving. So we'll calibrate it now. Calibration, then drills, then repetitions, then experimentation. Feel? Okay. So again, every now and then, when you're feeling just like, not even when you're feeling off, when you just have a moment of like awareness, do this. Fall into your base. And if you don't fall the right way, then you're not balanced, yeah? Boom. And then when you're in a slip, try and just sink and see how it feels. If you're in a slip over here and you start sinking and you start tilting, you're off balance, you see? Just slip, feel that. Slip. Because you'll find that if you're doing a slip just sideways as well, like this, and then you start falling down, then your legs naturally rotate you a bit more that way. So you're like this, bang, and then when you feel the balance, you realise, oh, okay, the balance is more over here than just like this. It's like this. So just like that, it's like that. You only really feel that when you do this, and then sink. You see how you come to that position? With this, and you sink, your shoulder just drops into it. So when I'm doing quick little blah blah, this is the slip for me. When I'm thinking, okay, there's a combination coming I need to do, it's going to be slip, and then you got a bit of rotation for the hold. You know? Back to calibration, don't get sidetracked. Sidetracking. Okay. So then you could actually do it as like a slip, duck, which becomes a proper slip. So it's a 2-slip. That's probably how you could get rid of the 1-2. Come in at a jab, bang. Oh, here's the 2 coming. Okay, movement, man. Try and do everything in ones. It's like with the movement. I know I said bam bam with the punching, but that's because you want that second bam to protect yourself. With the movement is protection itself. So you put your hands in and move, protection. Here, move, protection. Here, move, protection. The movement is protection. You then need to go bam bam, because that is both bams at once. Bam bam, protection. Bam, protection. Okay, movement. And keep your hands up and still when you're moving. You don't want to get in the habit of using your hands to make your body move. Because every time your hand moves, that's an opening, you know? So keep your tops closed and let your feet get out of the way. Let your feet protect you. Okay, right. Oh yeah, also, train both sides. As I said before, it's punching, not jabbing and straighten. You want to be able to punch from every angle. You want to be comfortable in every angle. You don't want your opponent to be able to make you uncomfortable or put you off balance. So anything you can do to stay on balance and stay comfortable, just do it. So if you're pushed here and he's there, and to get into your orthodox stance, you gotta like maneuver together instead of just being in southpaw and back, just making it hard for yourself. So train to make every fight the most easy for you it could be. Make stick to orthodox or stick to unorthodox. Because the switching itself is a strat. Just the switching of your stance is an attack. Attacking the mental of them, making them reassess what they got to do, and then just switch back again. Like, oh fuck, I gotta switch again. Train both sides. Oh, I should also explain as well, the reason I do these slips first is because counter-attacking, I want to be able to use both hands. If I'm slipping this way, my right hand is pretty useless, unless I'm throwing it at the same time, or if I'm just doing like a little push-off jab or something. But if I slip like this, you can't see it, but my back foot isn't turned like that. I'm here, and I can still pop, or when it's the other side, I've still got enough rotation to get a solid punch in. So do this to get out of the way, and do this to counter or something. No? What was that? That was rotational calibration, movement. Now will be the drill. This is my favorite drill. It's useful for everything. The back and forth tempo. I'm going to call it pendulum. No, not pendulum. We'll call it tempo. No, we won't. Metronome. Let's go metronome. So just back and forth like this. And this trains your fascia, your core stability, because you want to keep your whole upper torso straight whilst your body's making it, whilst your legs are making it go back and forth. You know? So your legs are in control of your body, and your body's keeping itself still, so that your legs can do the most it can. So it's back and forth, and you just throw the jab nicely. The thing with this as well, you can throw it whilst going forward and whilst you're going back. So it's like, and to throw it whilst it's back, going back, and you get a bit of a push off your top, off your front foot, upwards, and that upwards throws the jab forward, and then you're going back after the upwards momentum is distributed, you see? So it's like, up, up, you're letting the impact push you back a little bit. So with the jab going backwards, because it's an upward momentum start, you want the arm to carry on the upward feeling. So this one's a forward, you just go forward. When you're here for the up, you're gonna see? Up. Different jabs. And it's in these drills that you realize you really don't need to be hitting the bag, impacting the bag every time, because the impact messes up the flow more than missing. And you don't want your misses to be pulling you out the way either. Your misses are just this, that's a miss. The only difference between a miss and a hit is the sound that it should be making. Nothing to do with your body, nothing to do with all that. Miss, hit. Okay? The only difference is the range. So, back to it. Oh, Drewski! Oh my god. So we'll just do jabs today. I think you should stick to one punch with the full drill, and then allow the other ones to come a bit later after you start to like learn how to use the drill to change your punch. Because this drill, if you just come in and try and do everything that you were doing before, it's gonna fuck it up. The whole like tempo thing just gets ruined. Because like when you were punching before, you didn't have that 1, 2, 1, 2. It was all like. So when you keep this constant rhythm, it trains you to get into the flow, and also it's harder to like recover. I think you just learn to recover actively, but you can feel it in your arm. You're doing way more just by doing this the whole time. So when you come around, it's like. Stick to a jab for that. Even in this grab as well, don't forget to just get into it as well. Do that for however many rounds you want. Just do it until your arm can't really do it properly anymore. But when you feel like you can't do any more with your arm properly, do another 2 rounds or something, because when your arm's tired and you can't rely on your muscles in your arm to create a powerful punch, then you have to rely on everything but your arm to create a powerful punch, you know? So when your arm's dead is the best time to practice bringing energy from the ground, because your arm's like doing this, so you just do this. You know what I mean? My arm's doing nothing now, I'm just gone. And it's fine to exaggerate it at the start, because it's about feeling it. And then after a while, when you get quick with the twitch, you move like a centimetre compared to when you're doing a foot before, you know? And get the same sort of energy transfer. Also, the reason for calibrating at the beginning, especially with this drill, is from back, because this is very front to back. It's easy to lose the rotation. So after you get the front to back feeling, just being front to back, come here and twist with the front. So then you got the power of pushing forwards combined with the power of rotation, and that creates a crazy punch. And after that, it's all about arm alignment, wrist integrity, and snap as well, I guess. Ow! Don't punch like that. That's why I don't need to impact the bag every time. I could have just flicked it and it would be fine. But no, I have to land. Alright, right side. I'm just gonna go through it now because I've been talking too much. Tempo, it keeps you in the boom, 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 boom. You get multiple reps back to back to back, stick with the same arm, and just think about feeling perfect when you're throwing it. Like feeling like you're not forcing something, just like letting it go. Loosey goosey, baby, loosey goosey. Back and forth. You make really serious improvement if you just do one punch over and over again in this. Boom, boom, boom. There. Because it's like resetting. You're pretty much always starting middle or back foot. Yeah, middle or back foot. I think front foot's just asking for trouble. It's fun, but you're asking to them, punch it, and then you have to do something. But yeah, so I think of it as like, this is the drill is doing, you stand there, you do a punch, and you reset. Think of it as like a reset. Although you can use it as like a dodge. think of it as a reset. So when you're doing the reps, it's punch, okay, think punch, punch. Don't think, oh, combination. It's punch, what? Each time feel like, just feel it. Really think about what you're feeling. When it feels good, there'll be no weird pain. When it feels good, you'll hear a bang and feel no effort. You know? Right, my left foot. Like, there's no effort in it, but it's giving a nice impact on it. Because everything's coming correctly. Alignment, rotation, wrist and tackle. Yeah? So all of that boom, boom will come after alignment, relaxation, you know, repetition, technique. You can get conditioned muscularly without even thinking, I'm going to go and condition my muscles today. You can just think, I need to go and get really good at doing the jab today. And then the arm, the muscles in your arm are just going to get conditioned because it has to be conditioned to be able to throw a perfect jab 80, 90, 100 times. Back to the right side. Do that. Front, back, front, back, and then. Oh yeah, I should mention as well, when you're doing that backwards jab, don't lean away from it, move away from it, you know, so keep the balance in the middle, so that when it lands, it's not helping you go off balance, it's meeting your stable base, you know. So if you're here and you're like that, and then you're pushing, the jab actually helps you go off balance. If you're here and base, you're going forward and you're going back, there's power taken away from the jab because you're going back, but you try and compensate for that by getting that up and the flick up. So it becomes like a up jab instead of just jab, you know? It's like one of those. Yeah, moving back. Keep the base, man. Keep the stable base. Cue up, cue up, cue up, cue up. What do I do next? I think I'm gonna do flow. I usually do flow like way towards the end, after I've already done other punches, but I'm just gonna do jabs for you guys today. So I'll do the flow now, the jab flow. With the flow, it's again more connecting your whole body together, and not losing the idea that you have to be doing something next. So the moments where like you're forced to either do something or, forced to either do something, whether they make you do something or you think, okay, it's time to actually get active, and you just have to keep on flowing. So in this, you incorporate every single movement that you have primarily, and then you throw jabs in when you can. You're doing the movement to evade damage, to draw out openings. So avoid the damage. If you see an opening, throw it. Or you can move and then make an opening with the movement. But it's always going to start off with moving first, seeing how they react to it, and then you can decide after. Throw the jabs out at the start, but you want to place them thoughtfully after you have the targets to place them on. So you don't have to be at the bag to throw at the bag. That's it. There's a big concept of maintaining control over the distance rather than just letting the distance be there. You want the distance to be there because you're making it be there, you know? So here, I'm going to keep the distance by just occupying it and turning this safe zone where there's no punches being thrown into a, oh shit, I might get punched if I go into that zone. Artificially should keep them away from you. So we start trying to go slowly. Other side. See, that was off balance, right? I did this. I wanted to go over here, but I was dragged over here by my body more than my back foot making me do it, you know? This is off balance version. This is the balance version. Is it? Whatever, I'll do that in a different video. Wow. That's alright, actually. This is where that drill comes in. Everything becomes a feint when really just march it into a tempo. That was less than the left, but next. The flow became more than what it was supposed to. Let's be relaxed. But next. I don't know. The flow is the main part of my training, to be honest. You could always finish off with just as fast as you can, standing right in front of it. But, nah, we'll do something else next time. Right, so that rounds it off for now. The main thing from that I want you to take is that, where is it? When you go into the gym to do some boxing, if you're by yourself, obviously if you got coaches, listen to them. I just do it a lot by myself because it's fun, and end up teaching myself some things just by discovering. So it could be actually like some of the stuff that I'm saying to you might not actually manifest in the same way it does for me, but the process of getting to that point is going to be the same. Just be there, practice punching, relax with it. It's technique, not trying to blast the bag to start off with, and think about every rep. It's a rep, every rep. 10,000 you want to get to before you can start saying that you're good at something. So 10,000 jabs, 10,000 straights. And we'll start a little road to 10,000. I'll start it with you actually. What's it, 100 days, 10,000, 100 reps a day. We'll do that. Take away from this. Start off calibrating your rotation, because the rotation is the quickest and easiest way to get power. More rotational power in your body than forwards and backwards. And definitely more than it's in your arms. So arm punches, dead. Start with a calibration. Square on. Turn your toe with your punch. Your knees pointing at your other knee when you land. And then when your fist comes back to your face, your legs are normal again. Then calibrate your movement, which is essentially calibrating your balance. It's only movement that throws you off balance. So get used to movement before you start throwing the punches, so that you know that you're moving in ways that you can catch yourself in. You don't want to fall. You want to be able to catch yourself in your structure. You're doing a slip, but you land in a good position. You're doing a duck, you land in a good position. You're doing a punch, you're in a good position. You're landing in positions that are good. Yeah. Rotational calibration, movement calibration, and then do that drill, the back and forth drill. The reps. Perfect reps in your head. Make sure you're aiming for perfection. I'm not gonna get there until like 100,000 punches, but it's the aiming for perfection that gets you better. It's not just the throwing hands. And then flow. The flow training is important because you're forced into a flow when you're in the boxing gym, in the boxing ring with a fight. And you want to be used to feeling that feeling of, I need to do something now and now and now and now and constantly. Because if you're there and you're not used to constantly moving and one off balance move is going to make you panic a little bit. And you're like, oh shit now. And then you get got. And the rest of the fight, you don't trust your own flow. You want to be able to trust your flow state to be effective. Repetitions. And forget about hitting the bag hard. You could even just forget about hitting the bag at all if you want, but the bag is very, very important. I'd probably say if they only have one thing, you just take a heavy bag. Take a heavy bag. You can use it for movement, close range, long range, mid range. You can do uppercuts. You don't need to. People say, oh, you only do uppercuts on the teardrops, but you just throw an uppercut and then just land it. Just do that instead of just going like up to the sky. Just go. See? It's basically the same. It's probably a better movement anyway, because you can still get the same upward rotation, but you're also pushing at the same time. There's a lot of videos to do. But yeah. Rotational calibration. Movement calibration. Essentially balance calibration. Flow state. And what was the other one? Oh, just fast. Yeah, explosive. Calibrate, explode, then flow. Catch you on the next side. Next slide? Catch you on the next video. The next slide. Peace.